Welcome back to our YouTube channel. Today we'll be learning how to make this circular ruffle design. So it can be styled anyhow you want it. It can be styled as a sleeve. You can put it around the neckline, waistline, chest area. Just be creative with it to do any design that you desire it to do. And you can also embellish it with beads, pearls, stones, just to make it more beautiful. You just need to be creative with it. So these are different ways you can style this design. So kindly subscribe to our channel if you haven't, and click on the notification bell so that you get notified anytime we upload a new video. Welcome back to RUFFLES YouTube channel. Today we'll be learning how to make a circular ruffle sleeve. Okay, so for this tutorial I'll be using scuba fabric. You can use whatever fabric you want to use, but I'm using this scuba fabric, and I have different colors of scuba fabric. This was actually requested by a follower, and I don't have enough fabric to cover everything, so I just picked the leftover fabrics that I have. So I'll be coming up with something really colorful. But if you're practicing on your own or you're working with a client, you may want to get the actual color of the fabric that you're working with. So the main aim behind this is just to show you the process of cutting this sleeve so that you can get it. It's not even necessarily a sleeve. This can be used to design any part of the body. So just follow the instruction. It's very simple and I'm sure you'll get it. So to start now, I'll be folding my fabric like I want to cut a circle sleeve, like a 360 sleeve. So the length of the flare that I want is 5 inches. 5 inches is okay for me. It depends on what you want. You can do 4, 4.5, 3, even 6 inches. But I think I like 5 inches, so I'll be going with 5 inches. So I'll be folding my fabric like this, and then I'll be measuring 5 inches round. Then I'll cut it out. Okay. So this is 5 inches. I'm measuring the 5 inches round my fabric, and then I'll cut it out. So normally, because this is a scuba fabric and we are not going to be lining it, if you have a pinking shell scissors, that's zigzag scissors, you can use it so that the edges of your ruffles will come out very nice, because we are not going to be lining it. Instead of it to just come out plain like this, you have something like this. My zigzag scissors is, I'm recording this at home, so I don't have it here, but if you use the zigzag scissors, you have something like this. You can see the zigzag effect that this is giving it. Okay, so that is that. So now I have this circle flare. Now I have one of these. So for each of my rows I'll be needing 4 of these. I'll be joining the 4 together, and then I can actually join it. So it depends on how big you want these ruffles to be. That depends on the number of circles that you want. But I'll go and replicate this as many as my fabric can take me, and then I'll bring it back to show us how to couple them together. Okay, so the main thing in this is just to get how you're going to get this. This is 5 inches long, and like I said, it can be more, it can be less, depending on what you have. If my fabric is not enough, I can decide to reduce this to 4 inches so that I can have enough to illustrate this for you. Okay, so I'll go over to cut all this now, and then I'll bring it back to show us what we have. Okay, so I went ahead to cut 4 of each color. I have 4 different colors. Like I said, I'm using leftover scuba fabric that I have, okay, for this tutorial. So I just brought 4 colors so that I can have something colorful. I'm using yellow, brown, red, and off-white. Okay, so now that I have this, the next thing I'm going to do is just to fold this like I folded this when I was cutting it. Fold it back into 4 like this, and then after folding it, you can just hold it independently, one after the other, or just hold it with your hand and stitch everything together with a needle and thread. So you can take it to the sewing machine now and just sew it like this to hold it together, so that it gives you something like this. And then you continue by folding the next flare and then joining it to it like this. Then take the next one and then join it like this, and then take the last one. So I'm joining 4 for each of the roses that I'm forming. So this is 1, then I have 4 for each, so it means I'm going to have 4 roses. And then by the time I'm done, I'm just going to sew everything together to form whatever it is that I want to form. You can see how colorful this is looking. Okay, so now I'm going to take this to I can either sew it with my needle and thread like I did for this. I'm using needle and thread for this. Actually, I just held the 4 together, and then I'm passing my needle and thread around so that I can hold it. So now I'm going to form the 4 roses, and then I'll bring it back to show us how we can add this to our existing sleeve, or we can just couple it together to have something. So it doesn't have to, like I said, it doesn't have to be a sleeve actually. So I'll display this on the mannequin. You can use this on your neckline, you can use it on the wherever, on the chest area, wherever you want. So if you want to use it on the chest area, you can actually make it really small, like maybe 2 inches, so that you have something small, and then you just tack it around the area just to give you something beautiful. Okay, so this, I've done 3 different roses. So I want to do the last one now, so I just thought to show us what I'm doing. So this is the first one. I've passed my needle through it. I'm going to take the second one, and then I'll pass my needle through it also, then bring it down. I'll take the third one, fold it into 4, then pass my needle, take it down, and then the last one, I'll fold it and do the same. So now you can see the 4 are together. So the next thing is just to pass it around so that I can hold it together then before I tie it. So I'm just going over to the edge now, taking it one after the other. I'm going to secure it. Basically that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to secure it. So I've held this together, and you can see what we have. So now we have 4 different roses. Now it depends on how you want to arrange them. You can just pick it and then place it like this. You can just use 3 of them if it's okay for you. If I use 3, sorry, I don't know why it keeps falling off. Okay, so if I take 3 together, you can see what I have. See how beautiful it is, and this is just 3. Okay, so you can actually place this anywhere you want. Like I said, I'm going to be showing it on the mannequin. So this is the 4th one. You can see how big and beautiful this is looking. Can you see it? So now if you want to attach this as a sleeve, you have like a basic, like a tiny sleeve underneath the dress. You have something like this. So this is what you're going to be attaching it on, because it may not be able to stand alone. So you just need to attach it with by tacking it to this basic sleeve that you have underneath. You just need to tack it around, and you just decide as many as you need, and then continue like this. So you have something like this. So I'll try to take this to the mannequin now so that I can pin it and show us what it looks like.